is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friending.
There is an eagle flying. Yeah!
Hey, frienders, welcome to your favorite podcast. It is Laura Lee Bishop here with my dear, sweet friend, Steve Irwin.
Hey guys, hi, it's me, Steve. Well, actually, I think he's passed away.
Well, the ghost of Steve Irwin, folks.
Hi guys, it's me.
Do an Australian accent. Hoi, guys.
Hoi. Over there's a dingo eating my cabbage.
Nice. No, this is Joe Barlow. He's a master of accents. Everyone knows that about him. You just heard one of them. I mean, it's not even his best. And we're the hosts of Heavy Friending, Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast. We started the show as strangers, and now we are friends. And it has been a few weeks since we've seen y'all. Maybe a week. I don't know. It's been a span of time, and it's been too long. Okay. And that's okay. Go ahead. I thought you'd jump in there.
Oh no, I was
rusty because it's been a while. So
I know. And I put on this hat because I wanted you to laugh. You didn't really react.
Well, I said Steve Irwin.
I know.
So
and
just for the listener, the reason I said Steve Irwin is Joe put this like Panama. He put on like a safari style hat. Yeah. It's called the safari hat. Okay. He put on a safari hat. And why don't you tell us why you have that?
Well, I'm telling you why I put it on. I just wanted that to be a little fun moment for us. But you're such a professional that you said, oh my gosh, it's Steve Irwin. And then you got me thinking about a dead guy, and I got a little bit sad. And then I had to take the hat off because that was not the intention. The intention was, oh my gosh, Joe's wacky. He's fun. He's doing things that are visual on an audio medium.
And you do that a lot. Yeah, you do that a lot. And I love it.
So you started off the show. That's what we call
a Laura. It's a Laura exclusive. It's something that's only true for me, and it makes me feel special, and I really like that. So thank you.
But randomly, it's probably jarring for the listeners to hear you reference
Steve Irwin,
the late, great Steve Irwin.
That hat, why is it so readily available to you?
Because I wasn't feeling funny. Well, also, my hair, I don't know if you see, it's just kind of insane, right?
I think it looks good. It's got a little curly wave to it. I'm digging it.
It's wild. So I was trying to find a hat to cover up my head. And then I thought, okay, let's do a little fun visual.
Yeah.
With my old friend.
Yeah.
And again, you fully impressed me with your quickness.
Thank you.
And your professionalism.
Thank you. Well, y'all, I mean, here's the deal. Joe and I were strangers, and now we are old friends. I mean, we're going on a few years now of friendship. Talking pretty much. I mean, we're talking like every other day. We're talking like we're staying in touch. I'm staying in touch more with Joe here than I do some of my family.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of want to say something about my family, about an extended family, but I'm worried they listen to the podcast, but I'm pretty sure they don't. I want to say something I did that's kind of messed up.
Well, I mean, is there a way you can say it and you can maybe add some cloudiness to exactly who you're referencing and what you're referencing?
They're going to definitely know who it is.
Okay.
And it's also probably going to take away the ability for me to do this again in the future to other people. I'm just going to say
I want you to tell it.
Someone in my family, an extended family member who...
Okay.
I put out the video for my song, Do It Again. And in the video, it's a very emotional video with lots of clips from my childhood and clips of my dad. So one of my family members DM'd me this week and asked and said, hey, girl, love the video. Do you have any more clips of your dad? So I get the message and I go, oh, yeah, thinking about it. And then I scroll up and I see the last time I got a message from this person. And the last time I got a message from this person was 2014. Okay. And at that time, I had written an article against a man in my hometown had written an article, a letter to the editor that they printed in the actual paper about gay people saying, just get it out of my face. Black people, why are you so mad about hate crimes? If somebody gets murdered, of course they hated them. Every crime is a hate crime. Oh. What's the big deal with the N-word? I mean, this was all in the paper. Okay. So I wrote a piece in response to that caused a big ruckus in my hometown. People were saying that my dad would be rolling over in his grave if he knew how horrible his daughter turned out to be, for defending minorities and LGBTQIA people. And so my family decided to publicly distance themselves from me.
My extended family.
Yeah. Yes. So one of them made a Facebook post that literally was like, she does not speak for the Bishop family. It was like this.
We are proud racists.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this insane post that was like, and then I messaged and was like, what are you doing right now? And he said it was like something to do with work. Like he said it so that work wouldn't think. I'm like, so your work is going to fire you for I was about to say for one of your family members that's like super extended from
niece, maybe, or something.
They're younger. I'll say that, too young to have such ignorant views. So anyway, I looked up and scrolled up and saw the last time I got a message from that person was then when they were doing that stuff. And I went, you know what? I don't want to send you videos of my dad. You haven't messaged me since 2014. And when you messaged me then, it was to tell me to shut my mouth and all that kind of stuff. So I decided instead of ignoring them, I would pretend as though I don't manage my DMs anymore. And I said, hi there. Laura no longer manages her DMs, but we'll pass this info along to her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You did that to a family member. Yeah. That's so good.
It felt like better than ignoring because it felt like, she can't get to this.
But I'm too big.
Yeah. She'll see if she can respond.
Okay. So here's how we save you a little bit is that we say, I mean, big things are happening for you career-wise. Yeah. And so the next time if you DM Laura and then someone comes back and says, hi, Laura is not available. She doesn't manage her DMs. That might actually be true. That could be happening literally any day now.
Yeah, I'm honestly getting to the point where, I mean, it's not like I'm getting thousands, but I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting a decent amount a day to where it's hard for me to keep up. And I don't want people to think I'm not. Sometimes I read it and, I don't want to leave someone on read where they see I've seen it and I don't respond, but it's like too much to respond to, and you need to look through sometimes to make sure it's not something important or like someone asking for, like to hire me for something or, so I am.
Yeah. They want to give you money. They want to give you awards, accolades.
Yeah, awards, accolades. Exactly. Send me dick pics.
The dick pics. I mean, there should be a special.
I got to show you one I got that is just like insane. The dick is so insanely large. Like it's so large that it scared me. So that one I should have said, hey, Laura no longer manages her DMs, but she'll get back, but we'll pass this information on to her.
You have another angle, by the way.
Yeah.
Something
anyway,
like
it felt good. It felt good to do that because you know what? I feel like they've been doing like these microaggressions. Actually, I feel like they were outright aggressive that time towards me and like my mom and sister and stuff. And so it felt good to just be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to like be your little friend when you want. And then you like are embarrassed of me at other times. And I'm kind of like, I think I'm just getting that point and get to that age where I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm not doing this fake shit anymore. I don't think we really like each other. Let's just leave it at that.
You got to trim the fat. And these are going to be the first people lining up once your new album goes platinum. They're going to say, Laura, we always believed in you. I'd love to come to the Grammys, Laura. Oh, Laura, I saw you bought your mom a boat. I'd love a boat. Right. This is a boat that I saw. I'd love to, receive a check.
Exactly. exactly. And I mean, it was kind of a little bit like that when I was on American Idol. Everyone really all of a sudden believed in my music and my career. Like, okay, well, you didn't come to any of my shows or like support me before now, but thanks. So yeah. Anyway, speaking of music, speaking of
we are
of the showbiz, we got to talk to y'all about South by Southwest.
Guys, you thought it died. You said, that was fun while it lasted. Now it's dead. But these 4 letters, SXSW, they live on.
SX sounds like sex.
Hell yeah. That's why it lived on. Because it's like why. Sex.
Yeah. So it was virtual this year, and it was kind of, I don't want it to stay like all 100% virtual because obviously I want to play real shows for real people. Mm-hmm. But man, I really hope that the part of the festival does stay virtual because it was awesome.
I was going to say that too, because, I had a great setup. I had it on my computer. I had it on my phone. I had it on my connected supported TV app.
Yes.
And it was so good. And I definitely watched things that I would not have been able to watch or, wouldn't have been willing to like trek across town or wait in line for. And I enjoyed them very much.
Same. I watched so many movies. I attended panels, and like y'all, when you're a musician during South by, you do not have time to go to panels. They want you when they give you a badge. They're all about like, what panels are you going to go to? They even ask you, I think, on your application, like, what are you going to do to network? What are you going to do about the panels and stuff when you apply to be a South by artist? And you don't have time. I mean, every day. Well, first of all, you're mainly going to shows as much as you can. And that is like the best way to network. You're trying to go to shows. You're trying to meet people there. And you've got your own shows, and not only South by shows, but unofficial shows. And like this last year, before it got canceled, I think I had like 7 or 8 shows in like 4 days or something. And there's no way to get to the panels. But I want to see the panels. Like, I don't not want to see the panels, but I just don't have time to go all the way to the convention center and then try to get somewhere else for a thing, carrying my gear and all that stuff. So having it virtual was great because also, sometimes they let you stream them after the fact, which that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for next year they do it in person, but then you can stream it like unlimited through the week. Yeah. Man, I actually learned some stuff.
Me too. And I tried to connect with someone and they did not respond. And so, I think that's better that happened virtually as opposed to in person. That's true. It was easier on both of us. Like she doesn't have to be like, oh, okay, here's my card and then ignore my email in a week. It's like, just ignore me from the beginning. Yeah. And then we're good.
Yeah. I connected with you. I appreciate the connection.
Yeah. I think I only connected with 4 people, but 2 of the people were trying to get me to vote for their movie.
Yeah. Well,
and so that didn't count.
What movie? So, let's talk about what we did because so first of all, I got a South by badge because I was a TuneCore representative. So, I'm wondering when I screen record, if somebody texts me and it comes up on the screen, like a message, do you think that records it?
Well, why? What are you embarrassed by something?
I'm not embarrassed, but I'm just worried, that something will come up that's embarrassing. Not embarrassing, but maybe like, I don't want to be exposed even more than I've already exposed myself on this podcast today.
It's just, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, we're screen recording this, y'all. And if you want to watch video of these podcasts, we actually post them on our Patreon. So you go to patreon.com/heavyfriending, and that's how you can see what we're wearing, what we're doing. You can see Joe's special hat. Oh. So yeah, the episodes actually, you know what, Joe, I think we should start putting these episodes on the Patreon. So if people want to, instead of listen just to the episode, they can watch the episode.
I mean, we should discuss this at our monthly, owners meetings, but we'll put it on the agenda.
Get the shareholders together and we'll discuss it.
Yes.
Anyway, so this year I was a TuneCore. I was like a representative for TuneCore or something. So my promise to them in exchange for the badge was that I would report on the things I was doing during South by, and then they would post it. I did this, I did that, whatever. So that was fun. So it kind of also forced me to do South by stuff every day. So I did a lot. I did a lot more than I would have. What did you?
And that's the annoying thing for me is I've attended South by, but I've never I've always been working, I've attended as press every year.
Yeah.
And so it was the same thing this year where I was working my normal job and it's never like actually go to an event and cover an event. Usually we're just trying to get celebrity interviews. So I was doing, I got press for Spectrum News 1, Texas.
Hell yeah.
And it was funny because I shouldn't say this, but I really never actually needed the platinum badge or the full access to the stuff to do the reporting, because we usually do like interviews with people outside of the events, and I'm not pulling like sound bites or anything from the actual like event itself. So it's funny that they press access, but I love that they give me press access.
Well, you deserve it. You are a member of Austin Press, and you have done a lot for this community, and you deserve it.
I've written some great columns in the newspaper about some of my beliefs.
Some great people like me.
Oh my gosh. So many greats.
Speaking of, happy birthday to Mayor Steve Adler.
Okay. Thank you. Is that, was that today? I can't even remember.
Yeah, well, you sent it to me today. I don't know if today's the birthday, but happy birthday to a friend of the podcast, sort of enemy of Austin, Mayor Steve Adler.
Yes. So yeah, he's a great guy and we love him. We support really everything that he has done and will do.
Definitely.
So yeah, I love South by, and I didn't do that much again this year because I was working, but I liked being able to go to a screening when I wanted to. I think the best movie I saw was the Demi Lovato.
I wanted to see it. Okay, that's one thing that I thought was stupid.
Okay. Let's get into why we hate SXS.
Well, I just want to say, this year was virtual, and that does kind of blow for a lot of reasons. But it was good for the things we said. But, don't make it. This is the one year where it should be unlimited seats. Okay. And they still had seating, like only a certain number of people could see the screening. And it's so dumb. There's no theater. There's no seat, motherfucker. It's the internet, bitch. Let me see this Demi Lovato movie. I wanted to see that. Well, and I couldn't. There were no seats left. No virtual seats. Bullshit.
I got a virtual seat, and I'll tell you, your boy, Joe, I'm talking about me. I think it's the closest I've come to crying in the last 6 years. The tears were so big, and I tried to push them just over the edge so that they would come out,
squeeze them out. Yeah.
But I have that problem where when I notice I'm almost going to cry, I kind of get excited. I'm like, it's been so long.
Yeah.
And then they just dry up.
Golly, I wish I had that problem because I'm the opposite, man. It's like every day I'm crying and I'm always trying not to. I'm like, like my throat starts hurting. I get this like ache in my throat when I try not to cry, like a lump in my throat. And I'm like, and every time I bawl. Although I really wish, I don't think I've cried in like two days. So,
I haven't cried since I've been in Austin, which has been, 5 years.
Maybe one day. It's been one day. I didn't cry today. So,
but I'd love if you could.
5 years you haven't cried.
I'd love for you to bag up your tears and then save them.
Put them in me. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to. I'd love to do that.
Because I'd love to. It's just, you get so close and you're at the top of the dam and then they come back.
Yeah.
They just
so
come
you
back
liked the Demi Lovato movie?
Can I just say, I'm not I'm not that familiar with her.
You can say anything you want to me.
I liked her. I saw her Grammy performance, where it was, I guess, after she had almost died and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But that's probably the most I knew about her was just that one Grammy performance a couple years ago. And I just, I think it was that plus the Britney documentary. Yeah. You're just thinking about these situations we put these young people in, and then they really just, we make fun of them and act how crazy they are and how, dumb or whatever. And then, but we're the ones, and, our culture and our paparazzi and the lifestyles that we champion, we're the ones who make these people crazy. We drive them crazy. They were, they got into it because they liked making music or entertaining. And it's just a really sad situation that I'm starting to almost cry now with my beautiful words.
Think of it like It's kind of the price they pay to make millions of dollars to do what they do. I get it. I think it's wrong. Like the whole paparazzi thing is like way too much. But like me being like Demi Lovato's dumb for when someone asked her, "What's your favorite dish?" and she said like a cup or something.
Well, that's funny. That's good.
But it
that's
wasn't a joke.
Comedy.
She was dead serious. I think that is so funny. So it's okay then. I don't know.
I think that's a great answer. I don't care. I don't care if you're serious or joking. Okay, well, that's really good.
I wish she was in on it. Like I wish she said it to be funny, and then I would have been like, okay. But she was really like a dish, like a cup or something.
I wish they showed that clip in the doc because it would have been.
It would have like nice made so much sense. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So I want to see that. I watched the Charli XCX documentary though.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Now,
which was really cool.
I don't really know who that is.
She sings that da 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 boom clap the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on and oh man, I hate that song, but I like some of her other songs. I just can't believe that a writer actually wrote the beat goes on and on and on and on and it irritates me. But anyway, the documentary was great. She during quarantine decided to make a whole album record it, write it, record it, and release it in 5 weeks. And she did. And it was really, really cool to watch how it happened. Now, granted, she does have people to help her and she has like awesome producers that like comped all her vocals and she didn't produce anything, but still she wrote a whole album's worth of music and it's good. And she did it in a few weeks and it was very inspiring to me. It also made me feel good too, because like she didn't really know what she was doing with like how I was like looking at her audio levels, like, girl, that's just way too hot. You need to turn your levels down. And it made me feel good. Like, fuck, I know more about this really famous person about doing this shit than she does. So right. I don't know if that was supposed to be the takeaway, but it made me feel better.
Yeah, no, I mean, not everyone's getting, to be famous because they know every aspect of
well, that's what we just talked about off mic, is that I need to
we did
I need to stop knowing every aspect and let other people, I need to know what I'm really good at, stay in that lane and let other people handle the other shit. So, well,
and that's the thing, when you get to higher levels of stuff, it's just impossible for you to be as good as someone who devotes 40 hours a week to their special skill, which is, whatever it is. So it's nice when you get to collab with those people, because then you go, oh, damn. Like, it's nice to see someone who really knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
As opposed to me, I'm just like passable on Photoshop and passable on whatever. I mean, even in in production, they bring in like they'll bring in like one person just to do drums. Ringo.
They'll bring in one person just to do,
and it's Ringo every time. He's one of
always Ringo,
the most
if
recorded.
You've got drums, it's Ringo in this town, at least. Yeah. I saw some panels. I saw one panel that I was like annoyed because it was pre-taped and I was like, oh, this is stupid. But then I actually learned something about running ads within Spotify, not targeted at Spotify, but within Spotify to be like one of the ads that pop up, when you don't have premium. And so I am running an ad right now.
Wow. Wait, so by the way, you said that, TuneCore, blah, 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 likes you or whatever.
Yeah.
Are they?
Sure, that's what I said.
Well, I forget, but whatever it was, it was probably good. But TuneCore,
yes.
Are they basically a sponsor of today's episode or not?
Well, they're a sponsor of me in that they gave me a free badge. So I guess
retweet this episode? They
actually may. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to be TuneCore's. I don't know if I can say it, but I'm going to be their Artist of the Week coming up soon.
What week?
April 9th, the week of April 9th.
Okay, that's a long way away.
Well, it's not that long away, is it? It's coming up. I feel like by the time this comes out.
This week.
Okay, well.
Or next week.
Okay, well, when this comes out, it'll be the next week that it'll be. No, wait. No, the week of April. Oh, wait. I don't remember when they said.
Okay, no one cares.
Okay, well, now I'm confused.
Well, I just feel like now I wanted TuneCore to sponsor us, and now I think they're going to be mad because you've spoiled this.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to give us money.
Well, the equivalent of $1,000, maybe that's 10 retweets every
maybe
week.
They did say it would reach a lot of people. their share of me as an artist or whatever. So they said
they
20
would say that.
something.
Why wouldn't
thousand.
they say that? They like to TuneCore likes to toot their own
tune their own core.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So South by was great for me. It was great for you. But I want to talk to you. I mean, I don't know if you want to talk more about South by, but
I mean, there's one more thing. We brought up
Okay.
TuneCore.
Okay.
We brought up South by. I don't think you've seen this because I haven't really posted it on social media. I probably will.
Well, usually you tell me things, though, so that's interesting.
Well, it is interesting. I mean, I recorded a song and I actually got paid for it.
Okay.
And it aired on Spectrum Television.
Okay.
and I got, I knew for just a brief moment what it must be like for Laura Lee Bishop because let me tell you, I got some DMs.
Oh, okay.
And I want to just tell you. So the song I wrote, South by, as we mentioned, is virtual. The song I wrote was about how I missed lines because in old South bys, you'd have to stand in line. You'd meet people. I mean, I never stood in lines. I had a platinum badge. So
of course. Yeah. Run the line.
I wouldn't want to stand next to like the common people, but in theory, I like lines. And that was
right. Well, for the purpose of the song, it's fine.
For the song. And, the song was,
and you'll learn as you get, as you mature more as a writer, that it doesn't always have to be like you. This could be you could have been writing this as another character that some guy that does like lines,
Right.
It doesn't have to be you.
Well, I think that's sort of what I was doing was my character, who is a man of the people or woman, a they of the people. This person likes lines, and that was the name
Bruce
of the song.
Springsteen of you, like kind of, only worked in a factory, barely worked downtown. And you're like, bitch, you live in a mansion. You ain't know nothing about no factory, nothing about no downtown.
That's right.
So I get it.
Thank you. And
did you like that Bruce Springsteen impression? Do you think it was good?
I think it was really
worked
good.
in a rock and roll band, looking for that $1 million sound.
Bruce Springsteen and Obama have a podcast now?
Wait, together?
Yeah, together.
What the fuck? Are you serious right now?
Why are you mad about it?
It makes me mad both ways.
What do you mean?
It makes me mad both ways.
What ways?
Okay, first of all, I want to... Okay, stop. First of all, why wouldn't Bruce Springsteen? I want him to make a podcast with me. Number one.
Whoa. Wait,
all, Obama,
what am I?
Why are you podcasting with Bruce? You're Obama. I just think that's a weird fucking pain.
Now I'm insulted because you don't want me around. You want
a podcast where I talk about Bruce about music, man, or something like that, or we write songs together.
Fine, I'll talk with Obama about foreign policy.
Was broken, cast in a few old dreams.
Look, I was born in the USA.
Oh my God, should we do a parody of their podcast?
I mean, we're doing it.
Apparently, I learned that Mindy Kaling the reason she got famous was because she had a off Broadway play. I can't remember the name of it, where she and another woman played Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. It was like a two-woman show. They were each, one was Matt Damon, one was Ben.
I do think I heard of that.
That is a great idea. We could do that with Bruce and Obama.
Right. Okay.
I don't think it's a bad idea. We'll think about it. Or at least a one-off episode. Okay.
I think it would be great. But anyway,
right, I mean,
can I play the song for you?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. Well, I mean, I want to put in a good version.
Yeah, we'll put in the good version.
Give me some space to add, the good shit.
COVID-19, you know what I mean. It's making me not feel fine. Thinking back to when I could stand in a thing I call a line. I miss the lines you'd stand behind a person you don't know. You could chat, but it's more likely that I just stare at my phone. I like lines, I like lines. I stand in them, I look at my phone. I like lines, I like lines. I miss them when they're gone. We couldn't have a society if not for a fair, orderly way to move around in a fast-paced world. It's preferred to have to just slow down and wait. And wait. I like lines. I like lines. Good things come to those who wait. I like lines. I like lines. Lines I do appreciate. I love you, lines.
Okay. All right.
That aired on TV.
All right.
That aired on Spectrum across Texas.
Okay. I want to say so many things. First of all, I want to say kudos to Spectrum for finally letting you be yourself because you weren't able to be yourself on the news, as I like to call it, on the other channel. And they're letting you really just do it all. Just do what comes naturally.
Well, and here's the other thing that makes it so much more funny to me is that, yes, not only it aired on a news channel, it's called Spectrum News 1, but I also get paid by the story. So I got paid specifically to do that specific song. It's not like I was a full-time employee and then I was screwing around and then made the song and it got on air.
Right.
They paid me specifically for that. And I think that's, I mean, I got paid to make music, which, really is the dream, as you can attest.
I think it's amazing. I want to ask a couple questions about your process. You're notoriously bad at harmonizing because I've tried to get you to harmonize with me multiple times. How hard was it for you to do that?
Was that harmonizing?
I mean, it was a higher note. I mean, I wouldn't say it was, the note was, I like lines. So it's kind of like the same. So it wouldn't be like that much of a.
No, it was, that was not hard.
But like lines.
Thank you for noticing
the
layering,
layers,
the audio checks. And again, we're talking about working with professionals. I did that on my own. And so, just imagine if we got Phil Spector. I think he's passed, rest in peace, but imagine.
Praise the Lord.
Imagine if he was here.
Yeah, if he were there, you would probably be traumatized by now. You'd probably be like locked up in his basement in handcuffs or something.
I guess I don't know his full story, but I know he went to prison. Big
freak and a murderer. Yeah. And multiple people said he was like one, I think when they were recording River Deep Mountain High, it made, what was her name? The singer on that?
I don't know what it is.
Anyway, he made her throat bleed. He made her sing so much and wouldn't let her stop that she was like coughing up blood. Anyway, well, I loved that. I thought it was great. I think, Thank you. I don't know why you haven't shared it on social media. Are you not allowed to if it's a Spectrum story like that?
I don't know. I don't know legally. I mean, they did tweet it out,
does
actually.
Does Spectrum own the song now?
I guess I do.
You better be careful.
That's unclear, but I think TuneCore will handle the bill if Spectrum is like,
let
hey.
TuneCore know. Yeah.
I'll let TuneCore
know. So a lot has happened since we were on here last. Like I feel like a million things have happened to me.
Okay.
And I really want to talk about them because they're so major that I think they're just going to impact, the future going forward.
Are you breaking up with me?
Never. I will never. If you don't love me, you'll never love anyone, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'll kill you.
Oh, this is a Phil Spector thing.
Yeah, Phil Spector thing. Okay, I got bangs. We can talk about that. I got bangs.
I was gonna. I mean, I didn't think of it because I guess I'm used to them already.
Yeah, I'm used to them already to the point where I'm like, why did I always have bangs? I was so scared to get them. And now I'm like, oh my God, they suit my face. They suit me so much.
And guys, reminder again, we talked about my hair. We talked about Laura's hair. If you want to see what we're referencing, you have to, the only way is patreon.com/heavyfriend.
It's true. That's the only way. So I was scared, but I just did it. I went and we had like these longer, like side, like things happening. And she was like, we could start there. And I was like, just do it. Cut them. She cut them. And I walked up to John afterwards. He was at a outside little patio thing having a beer, my husband. And I walked up and you should have seen his face. He never cares about my hair. He never says anything about my hair. And y'all, I do a lot. You need to know I have pink, purple, blonde. It's always something going on with my hair. He never is like, he's always like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when he saw this haircut, I think he got a little boned up.
He got a boner?
He got a little boned up. He liked it. I'm just telling you, he liked this haircut. That's all I'm going to say. And he's never commented on a haircut of mine before until now, to where he was like, oh, I like that. So,
that's amazing. I mean, because bangs are a semi-big decision and people are a little afraid because they're not really reversible. Once you go bang, you have to wait for it to grow out.
You just have to grow them out. Yeah. Yeah.
But that takes time. And so what caused you to do this?
Well, after Ruger passed, I was just in a funk. And I was in a funk about like all this, like I was just not feeling good about myself or like I just need to get I need something to get me out of this rut I was in. And I was also thinking about this video coming up and just like how I felt about myself. I didn't want to feel like that when I was shooting my music video, which I just shot last week. I wanted to feel like a new person. I wanted to feel like I embodied. I wanted to look like an artist. I wanted to look put together and stuff. So I'm fucking doing it. I booked the appointment. My old hairdresser, I don't know if I told you this. Did I tell you what my hairdresser did to me? Okay. I have to tell you.
When you do, it might ring a bell.
Okay. I don't know if I've said it on the pod and I hope I haven't because it's kind of a story, but my hairdresser was supposed to cut my hair outside at my house. And the first time she was supposed to come, she was like, I could do it early in the morning. I could do like 8 a.m. on this day. I was like, okay, cool. So I get up early. Now, mind you, I have a puppy, so I'm not sleeping well. So I had to get up at like, 7 to wash my hair and like get ready for her to come over. She no shows. She no shows on me. She doesn't ever come to my house. She doesn't even message me until like the next day. And I'm like, okay. And she has some excuse, whatever. So we reschedule. I'm being nice. I'm like, okay, it's supposed to be for 3:00, like whenever we do it. So the day comes and she messaged me like at 3 and she's like, oh, I'm headed to the salon now to get my stuff from the salon. I'm like, okay, cool. Fine. I know she's going to be late. Right. So she is super late. She's like probably like 40 minutes late. I'm like, whatever, fuck it. I expect her to be late because she's always late for everything. So she gets all her shit out, like everything, every single fucking piece of equipment that a hairdresser could have and puts it out on my counter. She's got spray stuff and products and a blow dryer and a straightener and combs and brushes, all this stuff. And she proceeds to talk to me about the haircut. What's she going to do? She's looking at my face. She's like, oh, doing this, that. Well, we got to do this because we don't want to. Oh, I know you like to part your hair in the middle and the side. This goes on for like, no joke, like 40 minutes. And finally I'm like, dude, we really just we got to do it. Okay. So she's like, all right, yeah, let's go. So at this point, my hair is dry. I mean, it's now been so long. It's like dry as a bone. She gets in her stuff and she can't find her scissors. She's like, I can't find my scissors anywhere. I must have left them at the salon, the place she said she just went to get her stuff.
Her scissors, one of maybe like the most important. Yeah.
She can't find them. So she's got to go get them. I know where the salon is. I've been there. It's like 10 minutes from my house. She's like, I'm going to go get them. I'll be right back. I'm like, okay. At this point, it's like, who fucking knows, 4:30 or something. Shit was supposed to be already done by now. I'm like, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be patient. And I go, and me, that was very hard. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. And so she goes.
She probably knew you were.
Well, she should have known because that was just ridiculous at that point. Yeah. So then she goes to get her scissors and she never comes back.
What?
She never came back to my house. No message, no nothing. She just literally never comes back. My house and my whole kitchen is covered in hairdresser supplies. She never comes back.
Is she okay?
Well, I'm worried at this point. I'm like, but granted, this person, I have so many stories about this person. I don't even want to, I'm not going to say them on here because I don't want to out some of the stuff she's done, but I just want to say if she's giving me some dangerous haircuts, that's all I'll say about it. Okay. Anyway.
Wow. You're really dishing, as they say, what do they say?
I am
dishing
today.
The
I
tea
am spilling the tea today. Yes, I am. Whatever. I mean, I'm tired of people treating, it's another thing. It goes hand in hand with that because I'm telling you, I have put up with it she has been cutting my hair for 10 fucking years. And I've been putting up with shit like that for 10 fucking years from her. And finally that day I was like, you know what? My dog, it was literally right after my dog had just died. Like 2 days later. And I was in a place and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I was trying to get my haircut to feel better about myself and like give myself, and now I feel even worse. I'm so frustrated. And I messaged her and she didn't respond. And then the next day, and that day I said, listen, I'm not doing this with you anymore. I've packed up your shit. It's on my front porch and you should come get it. And she didn't respond. And then midday the next day, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And there was some whole long excuse, whatever. Let me make it up to you. Let me come cut your hair. Not even let me cut your hair for free. Let me come cut your hair. And I was like, no, I said,
full price.
I said, I did stand up for myself. I said, I feel like this is at this point disrespect. I've been so kind and so patient and I cannot do it with you anymore. And so we have to go to our separate ways and your stuff's on my front porch. And I left it on the front porch and I've not talked to her since.
Wow.
So then I said, I got to find a new lady to cut my hair. And I did. And she did an amazing job. And I'm so glad I did. And it was like a wonderful, peaceful experience. I wasn't like scared someone was going to actually cut into my eyeball or burn me, like has happened multiple times with her, with the other one. So it was like very nice and pleasant. So I'm glad I did that. So that's a big change with me. And it honestly made me feel good. And I feel like it really suits me. And I really like my hair now.
I'm glad, you feel good, you look good, you gotta do all these things. Well, I want to tell you, I almost have the opposite problem from you because I'm getting my second dose of Moderna on Friday. Very excited. So I'm starting to think about the things I want to do. Yeah. Like once I feel comfortable going places. So I was like, okay, eye doctor appointment. Yeah. Dentist. Yeah. Haircut was one of them.
Of course.
But I was trying to make an appointment with my dentist and now she moved location. So she's super far away and I liked her so much. She also had a baby tooth. So I felt like a connection with her.
Wait, you have a baby tooth?
I have a baby tooth. Yeah.
Which one?
Well, let's see if the camera will show it.
Is it in the back?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right there.
That little baby one.
Yeah.
How have I never seen that?
Well, because it's not, Yeah,
but how have I didn't even know about this?
I don't usually expose this part.
Brianna had a baby tooth, but it was this one in the front. Yeah. And she was always scared it was going to fall out.
Yeah, front one's harder. So yeah, like I liked her. And like, so some dentists that I've had are like, we'll probably have to pull that. And she was obviously like, we don't have to pull that, I have one. And so, I liked her approach. And I feel like, once you find a trusted doctor, barber, whatever it is, gynecologist, you just really want to stay with that person. So now it's like, do I want to drive 40 minutes for my dentist? And maybe I do, because it's only every 6 months, Yeah.
Yeah. So why not?
I don't know. She might not take my insurance, which would be the real deal breaker, but it's sad, but she's great. I love her. And I was kind of excited to get my teeth, shined.
You said eye doctor appointment. And speaking of that, somebody, while I was sleeping in my bed, stole my prescription sunglasses out of my car. That's all they took. That's all they took. They went through the whole car. They touched everything. God knows, probably put COVID all over everything.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I had a whole brand new pack of gum in there. And I thought, what if they opened it and licked on it? What if?
Right.
So I won't even eat my pack of gum. They violated. I mean, it was a violation, like Felix went through your things like that, rifled through your stuff. They just tossed shit around. They didn't put it back, of course. And I thought, oh, they didn't take anything. And then I was sitting, on the couch. I went, the sunglasses, and they were gone. They took them. So that fucking pissed me off. Made me, I hate thieves.
Especially, I mean, because we talked about this a little bit, but, especially when it is it's something they're probably not going to be able to use. It's unlikely that they have your exact prescription.
Yeah, they can't
and they
use
stole them because they were like, oh, these look nice.
Yeah.
I'll, wear them or I'll sell them or whatever. And it's like, no one's going to buy very specific prescription.
No. And also it's so stupid because like anyone with a brain could tell that they're prescription. Like you can feel that they're prescription, The sunglasses, regular sunglasses and prescription sunglasses are like different weights,
Well, maybe that's why they thought they were expensive.
Oh, these must be expensive. They're heavy.
They're made of gold, pure gold.
They're heavy and they make me dizzy when I put them on.
Rich people hate being able to see clearly. They like a soft focus.
Did I tell you that I got a COVID vaccine?
I don't know if you told me, but I knew. So did you post it?
I got a COVID vaccine.
Are you in Team Moderna? Or
I'm Team Pfizer, baby.
Ew.
Pfizer all the way, y'all. I like Pfizer better because Pfizer is a lower dose of the thing that they give you than.
Oh, well, I like high dose.
10 times Pfizer, but Pfizer's more effective. So
that's okay. I like mine. So
anyway, whatever. I got Pfizer. So maybe I'll go blind and you'll have like some kind of appendage grow out of your neck when we're like in our 60s or something. I guess I'm saying our side effects will be different.
Yeah. It would be nice though, because then, like if I go blind, you can be my eyes. And,
yeah, of course.
And if I grow an extra leg and you lose a leg or something.
Let's make a deal right now. If you go blind and I grow an extra leg, that you and I will move in together and just go ahead and be the official odd couple that we know we've always been meant to be.
The good thing is we can still podcast because we're only blind and have an extra leg.
Yeah, extra leg. I mean, that's kind of a superhero type thing if you get an extra leg. If you go blind, maybe something else would get heightened in you and it would be superhero-esque as well.
It kind of sucks that I get to be blind and you get an extra leg.
Well, it could go vice versa. I mean, it could be a million things. So I could lose something. Maybe it'll be like that Gene Wilder, the movie.
Oh, with Richard Pryor.
Yeah. So one of us will lose our hearing and the other will go blind. I would rather go blind than lose my hearing.
Everyone who's listening, I mean, you understand that reference Laura made, right? From 1980s or early 1980s.
Was it early? It was probably 70s.
It might have been 70s, but the point is, you guys know what she was talking about, right?
I actually read Gene Wilder's autobiography.
So did I. Of course I did.
You did? I love him so much, Joe. I just love him. We won't bore you with that. We'll talk about that later.
Well, it's weird when he talks
together.
It's weird because I thought this about Steve Martin's too. It's like weird to hear them talk about sex.
Well, especially Gene. He just seemed sexless in a lot of ways.
I guess I don't really remember. I thought he was having sex.
Yeah, no, I mean, he seemed like a sexless, like he didn't have genitalia.
Oh, I see. Yes. But meanwhile, in his book, he's a pervert.
Yeah, he's a perv. Yeah, he was really trying to get it on.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting. Some of the people, he and Richard kind of had a weird relationship. Anyway, we'll move on. Let me tell you something.
I mean, this is next episode where
just
we talk about celebrity sex stuff. Well, because
I was going to just focus on. We just go over Gene Wilder's whole autobiography.
Well, we could do a Gene Wilder special, but I was also, because I've been seeing, and I don't want to get into it on this episode, but that's what I'm saying. In a future episode, I think you're very passionate about Woody Allen. So don't say anything about it.
Are you sure?
We saved it.
I want to say it right now.
That's what I'm saying. And we'll just do an episode on celebrity sex. It'll be our most popular episode.
I don't want to call it celebrity sex, celebrity rape if we're going to talk about him. Oh, no. I mean, it's not sex at that point. It's
then I
rape.
guess we don't want Gene Wilder on that episode if you're just going to go off on Woody.
No, I could talk about him for like 2 hours. I hate him that much. Anyway, we'll move that. I got a new, speaking of I was going to say, speaking of rape, I got a new bed, but I did get a new bed and it is a Tempur-Pedic and it was way too much money. But let me tell you something.
Okay.
I think about getting in that bed during the day. Like I think about it. You know what I mean? Like it's that good of a bed. I've never ever been like, oh, I just want to go lay in that bed, just like really lay in it. And I found myself daydreaming about laying in that bed.
Okay,
it's
hold on.
Such a treat.
Stop. Stop.
Yes. Okay.
We said at the beginning of this season that we weren't going to give brands free advertising. And what you just did was you said, I think about this brand even when I'm not ready to go to that place.
Well, I want to say that brand should sponsor us because we talk a lot about bed stuff. You know, I said that I shit the bed on the last episode.
The Woody Allen episode, we'll talk about bed a lot.
We'll definitely talk about beds in that one. That will definitely come up, and they'll probably love to be tied to that.
I think, tie yourselves to us before the Woody Allen episode. Tie yourself
to a bed. We love beds. Okay, people. We love beds. I don't care. I don't care that we were going to talk about brands. I'm this passionate about this bed. We went and tried all different ones. We did the Casper. You got a private.
See, now you're also going to shit talk other beds. Because at least maybe Casper would be like, hey, you talk about beds a lot. We want to get on that Woody Allen episode. And we're like, sorry, Casper, we shit on you last week.
Literally. No, Casper is actually a possibility. So I won't say what I was going to say.
Great.
I'll just say I love the Tempur-Pedic. It's so amazing. And I just, especially after that music video. So I shot a music video last week, y'all, and I freaking twerked it hard. I turned it out.
Do you twerk?
I was
in it?
I'm on my hands and knees at one point, like, yeah.
You sing Holiday by Madonna?
Holiday. Yeah, I was like doing it pretty good. I was whipping my head a lot though, and like doing lots of body rolls. And so even while I was there, my body started to already ache. And I'm usually like not the next day, but the next day type of sore person. And I was already sore and I was like, oh shit. So I feel like the worst of my soreness, I filmed on Wednesday. I feel like it was the worst sore on like Saturday. I was like, ugh. Anyway, and the COVID vaccine, man, made my arm really sore. And I felt like I had a little fever. So I think when I get the second one, I may have some flu symptoms. And
it seems like most people have a worse reaction for the second. I'm a little nervous about that, but I still don't think my dad got I think he got Pfizer actually, but he had a fever and my mom had a fever too. So I'm basically expecting to get a fever.
I'm having deja vu right now, like really hard. Do you think we've done this before in another life? I was writing a song today and I was like, I feel like I've written this song before. What do you think?
I don't think I was there. That's
okay.
Because this seems new. This seems very fresh. It seems good.
This podcast
seems good. It's almost like the first time I'm hearing it.
Okay, good. Well, that makes me happy. I want to tell you, I've been actually listening. Speaking of podcasts, I'm going to do that like 100 times in this episode. But speaking of podcasts, I've been listening to Office Ladies podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even really listen to that many podcasts anymore. I just like, it's just like too much noise. But it's Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey from The Office. One played Pam and one played Angela. And they have a podcast where they talk about The Office. And I was thinking, they're so nice to each other.
Yeah.
Compared to us. And I was thinking they're so nice to each other that it makes me feel good. And I wonder if we make people feel bad.
Oh.
Do you think we make people feel bad? Or do you think people get it that we're just joking? Like, surely they get we're just joking.
I don't know, because I'm very nice. A lot of people think I'm the nice one.
Everyone says you're the nicest.
Yeah. And so I think I'm really the Angela Kinsey and
so
Jenna
you're
Fisher.
Saying Jenna's a bitch. Okay.
No, I'm saying I'm Angela Kinsey and Jenna Fisher. And you, who are you? You're Phil Spector. And it's a dynamic that works, I think.
Yeah. Well, we're trying. I'm just happy. I want to get the podcast back in a semi regular time. Like, I just want to be regular about it. And we're really going to do that. And
well, guys, you heard I'm going to be fully vaxxed very soon.
Yes. And me too.
And
so
you
April
too.
9th, I think I get my second.
So we will be able to, according to the CDC, we can gather with other vaccinated people.
I'm so excited.
So this podcast might get good again.
It might get good again.
But
a heavy friending guarantee.
It's not guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is it's possible. Yeah, chocolate's great, but you know when chocolate tastes really good is with a little bit of salt.
That's true. That's so true.
I'm sweeter because
Did you come up with
salty.
that just now, or is that like a thing?
I just came up with it, but I think
make that into a T-shirt.
It was kind of long. Maybe we can condense
make it really long, hard to read.
In my handwriting.
Yours starts with here's the thing. You know, chocolate? ?
I'm sure maybe someone said something similar, but like in a better way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
But I think I liked it when I said it.
I liked it when you said it too.
That was nice of you.